Hello there. And I know a lot of you are thinking, isn't the title of this video a bit over dramatic? And to a certain extent it is, but there's a valid reason behind it. And that's what I want to talk about today. But here's the TLDR for a lot of y'all out there. I know now that I have the tendency to be a little bit overconfident, not really a little bit, a lot of bit overconfident and overzealous with my abilities and the content that I want to do on this YouTube channel, especially with me being a one-man man. And I just want to put out there, I'm learning from that. And the reason why I felt like making this video is because this is the reason why I end up going on these long bouts of not uploading anything. It's because I end up missing a deadline, which creates a domino effect. And none of that would happen if I would just be realistic with myself and scale down my stuff that will essentially make me a more consistent and better content creator with me being a one-man man. So I wanted to make this video saying that I apologize from that. And I'm learning from my mistakes. And from this point forward, I'm going to do everything in my power to be a more consistent and better content creator. That's the TLDR. Now I'm about to start getting into specifics. So how did all of this even come about? Well, this first started when I wanted to do this big grandiose thing for Resident Evil 4 Remake. I essentially wanted to go through all the mainline Resident Evil games, the ones with numbers attached essentially. And I wanted to do a let's play and a review and for each one, right? That's a lot of fucking games. Well, because once again, I tend to get a bit overzealous and overconfident in my abilities. I was like, I can do that. That's no problem. And that's the biggest problem. Funny enough, I hate to say it like that, but it is. I get so caught up in the A and Z, which is doing something like that and putting it out for everybody to see, that I don't think about the letters in between. I don't think about all the pitfalls that could happen. Like, perfect example. I had never played at that point the first couple Resident Evil games. So all the ones with fixed camera angles, essentially 0, 1, 2, and 3. I had never played those before. So I didn't think about, hey, you might need to allot more time when it comes to those games because you're learning the games as you play them. So there's certain obstacles and hurdles you're going to have to get over. I didn't think about that. Or another thing that continues to be a problem with this channel, and I don't know why, I've tried to fix it so many fucking times. I mean, I think I got it down now, but even then there's still some fucked up shit with it, but it's just one of those things I'm rolling with the punches, is the audio issue. At that time, before I had resolved the audio issues to where I got it now, where it's a lot better, the audio from my cam footage was so out of sync with a lot of the other stuff that every couple of minutes I would have to resync the audio. Mind you, I'm recording for 30, 45 minutes at a time. You see how that starts to build up, but once again, I wasn't thinking about that. And so because of that, that's why you didn't get majority of it. I've completed more than enough of that stuff to where I could put it out. I still have all the footage from Resident Evil 0 Let's Play and 1. I got all the stuff for 2, 3. I got all of that stuff, the remakes associated with it. I got all of that stuff ready to go. It's just a simple fact that there's so much extra shit that I didn't account for that now I have to make up for, that I just really have lost motivation on doing it. But not only that, like I said about domino effects, that's the reason why the Resident Evil 4 remake, the Resident Evil 4 review came out the way it was, and the videos came out the way that they did, was because that was me essentially trying to hurry up and get at least something done before the game came out. And to be honest with you, I'm not happy with that review at all, because it doesn't show how much love I have for that game, nor the amount of knowledge I have too. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know now, when I finally do Resident Evil 4 Remake, which should be here soon, not like within the next couple weeks, I mean just in the foreseeable future, it should be happening like here soon, especially now that the Separate Ways DLC is now confirmed to be coming out next week, which is what I was waiting for. Is going to be a basically redux of my Resident Evil 4 video, along with talking about Resident Evil 4 Remake and doing a lot of comparing and contrasting. So in other words, the video is going to be long as fuck. If you don't like long videos, I hate it for you, but I'm really going to show how much I love the original one and how much I love the remake in that video. But the thing about all of that, even with everything I just said, you would think that I would have learned from that, but I didn't. Even though I fucked up and I had to rush out that video and all of that happened, I still didn't learn from it. The straw that broke the proverbial camel's back, as some would say, minus the proverbial, but you get my point. The straw that broke the camel's back was with Spider-Man. Me not learning from history, essentially, so I was repeating myself. I was like, I'm going to play all the well-regarded prominent Spider-Man games. So that was going to be Spider-Man PS2. That was going to be Ultimate Spider-Man. That was going to be Web of Shadows, Edge of Time, Shattered Dimensions, and then of course the Insomniac Spider-Man games. I was going to do all of that. And the same fucking shit happened. I got so caught up in the A and Z, I didn't think about all the letters in between. But luckily this time I was able to catch myself before it was too late, unlike with Resident Evil. Now, I'm not saying that I'm super far ahead of the game because Spider-Man comes out October 20th of the next month. But at the same time, I still allotted myself enough time to course correct. So now I'm cutting out majority of those. The only ones that I'm playing is Spider-Man 2 PS2. I think I said that the first time. I might have fucked it up, but I'm playing Spider-Man PS2, the Tobey Maguire one based off the movie, you know, that one. I'm going to be playing this game that's not a Spider-Man game, but has a lot to do with the current Spider-Man games from Insomniac. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you'll see when I release it and review it. And then I'm going to do 2018 and Miles Morales. Those are the 4 I'm going to do now because I finally came to that realization of everything I just been talking about. So I know a lot of you probably thinking, okay, that's cool and all, you know, you figured out your weakness, you figure out one of your problems. How are you going to resolve this, right? You're talking the talk, but how are you going to walk the walk? And this is what I've devised that essentially I'm going to be doing from this point forward, right? Now, granted, I want to go ahead and say this. I want to go ahead and make this abundantly clear. It's not going to be happening immediately. Because at the end of the day, I do still want to focus on the Spider-Man stuff and get these 4 videos out. But once I'm done with that, that's when I'm slowly going to start doing everything I'm about to start talking about now, schedule-wise and just content-wise and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to focus on Spider-Man. After that's done, what I'm going to be doing is that just for those couple of weeks, I'm going to be uploading Mortal Kombat 1, me playing online, and Lies of P. Now, let me make this abundantly clear for everybody who's made it this far. If this is not your cup of tea, you don't want to see me play Lies of P, you don't want to see me play Mortal Kombat 1 online, that is absolutely fine. I don't knock you for that. There's plenty of content creators that I watch that I don't watch everything they do, so I 100% understand that. But at the end of the day, for me, the reason why I want to do it is because, one, I love fighting games. I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 11 on this channel. I'm not saying that I was necessarily good, but I played a lot of Mortal Kombat 11. So I'm definitely going to be playing Mortal Kombat 1 online. Point blank period. Because that's what I love. I love fighting games and I love Mortal Kombat. So I'm going to play that. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I've had DNF Duel on my computer since it came out. Installed, by the way. And I haven't even fucking played it. Because I've had all this shit go on behind the scenes of me missing deadlines and domino effects and all the shit I just mentioned. And then the biggest thing that comes out of that is that I start to lose motivation. Then I have to work myself back up and all this other shit. But I've had that game and I've barely even played it. So I'm going to go back to not my roots per se, but one of the things I do enjoy, and that is playing fighting games. So if you're not interested in it, it's cool. But I'm going to be doing that because that's what I want to do and it's what I find to be fun. But not only that, it's to help fill some of that dead air while I work on my reviews, right? The other thing is that I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of Lies of P. Once again, if that's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But the reason why I'm doing this is basically because this game is going to be my Bloodborne, just like I put in that video of the demo that I put up. This is going to be my Bloodborne. I love everything about this game, and I want it to be the first Souls game that I beat, point blank period. So if you don't want to watch it, that's cool. But I'm going to do that because I genuinely think that that game is fucking fantastic. And I want it to be my first Soulsborne game that I beat. Unfortunately, a lot of the Soulsborne games, especially the ones from Software, I tend to just lose interest in because they're so open-ended and you just aimlessly run around trying to figure out what the fuck you're doing or what to do better yet. That I tend to lose interest. Don't get me wrong. I thought Bloodborne was a phenomenal game, but I just got bored because I'm like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? This shit is, it just got old. It's the same thing with Elden Ring. Despite how much time I put in Elden Ring, and I fucking love that game. And they did add a little bit more to actually make it a little bit, more streamlined. To me, it was still a little bit too open-ended. And then plus other games end up coming out around that time and I just kind of fell off. But let me go ahead and make this abundantly clear too before I continue. I'm not saying I need the full Ubisoft treatment, or, you know, like Horizon Zero Dawn or Horizon Forbidden West treatment, where there's objectives all over the screen and a compass and all this other shit. I'm not saying that either. I'm not saying I need something to hold my hand and say, come on, baby, this is where we're going to go. Come on now. I'm not saying I need that, but still at some point that open-endedness does tend to get a bit boring, because it's like, okay, what the fuck do I need to do? It's the same thing with Zelda. Like, I've tried to play fucking Breath of the Wild multiple times and I always fall off, because at some point it's just a little bit too open-ended and I'm like, what the fuck am I even supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want that for this channel. I want to do that for this channel. I want to play the game. I want it to be my first one for this channel, but to also feel some of the dead air. That is what's going to be going on essentially after I get through with the Spider-Man stuff, is me uploading that for a couple of weeks. Here's where the schedule really starts though. In December, I'm going to be uploading 2 reviews. And that's essentially how the schedule is going to be, that each month I'm going to upload 2 reviews, because I know I can swing that. I know I can swing that. I definitely know I can swing that. I have more than enough confidence on that. So I'm going to be releasing 2 reviews a month. And then to fill up that dead air, like I said, it's going to be Mortal Kombat 1 and Lies of P until that game is beaten, you know, and then we'll go from there on what else will fill that dead air. And then all the other things that if I have enough time to do, like This Ain't It, Chief, and Methough and all of that stuff, if I have time to do those, then I will. But for the most part, that is what the schedule is going to be like for the foreseeable future once I get through with this Spider-Man stuff. So I just wanted to make this video to show y'all that I'm learning from my mistakes. I'm trying to be a better content creator, and that, you know, I'm human. I have to fuck up, because if you don't ever fuck up, you can never learn. And so, yeah, that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to be fully transparent and just apologize for being a very inconsistent ass YouTuber. And I'm about to hop off here because it's hot as fuck in this room. I'm sweating like a motherfucker, like I just ran a fucking 5K. That's why I always wear headbands, because I sweat too fucking easily. And it's not because I'm fat. Well, I'm pretty sure it's because I'm fat too. But anyway, if you made it this far, leave a comment saying lesson learned. That's all I need. That shows me that you made it this far, that you really here to fuck with your boy, that you really fuck with him, and that you hoping for the best for him. Just leave a comment saying lesson learned. And yeah, I'll see y'all in a couple of weeks. I should have said that earlier, but I fucking forgot because I was so focused on hitting the bullet points. After this video, it may be a couple more weeks. I'll probably just put some text at some point saying that. But in other words, it's still gonna probably be a couple more weeks before I really start uploading. But Spider-Man is right around the corner. We already almost through September, so it is what it is. All right, I'm done.